There's a reasons why some parts of the world get hit by hurricanes more than the others. It's built in the weather system. We often talk about hurricane and typhoons as though they are the same thing. Well, technically, they are the same. The Philippines is battered by typhoon by an average of 20 times a year, sometimes more than. And according to ADRC or the Asian Disaster Reduction Center, 5 of those may be destructive. Hello and good day, grade 8 students, and to all the students out there, good morning! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is me again, Teacher Tinmay. Syempre, ang kasama mo sa iyong science journey. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 8. This lesson will help you understand the concept about typhoon formation. And after going through this lesson, you're expected to explain how typhoon develops and how it is affected by land masses and bodies of water. As you can notice, typhoons can hit the Philippines any time of the years, with the months of June to September as the most active and May as the least active. Walang lugar na hindi nadadaanan ng bagyo. Okay, especially sa mga lugar dito sa Eastern Visayas, Bicol region, and northern part of Luzon. According to PEIS or the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration, there is an average of 20 tropical cyclones that can hit the Philippines and that can enter the Philippine area of responsibility every year. And this is the reason why we have to be knowledgeable enough and always ready about the tropical cyclones that can hit the Philippines so that we can prevent loss and damages. Okay, pag-usapan natin, ano ba ang definition ng typhoon? So what is the difference between hurricane, typhoon, and cyclone? Why do storms have names? What happens in tropical storms? What damage do tropical cyclone cause? At ano-ano ba itong mga tropical cyclone wind signal? So pag-usapan natin yan dito sa ating vlog. So stay tuned hanggang dulo. Hurricane, cyclones, and typhoons are all types of tropical cyclones. But what's the difference between them? Well, basically, they are the same thing. Nagkaiba-iba lang yung tawag sa kanila. It depends upon kung saan sila nagmula. Kagaya ng hurricane. Hurricane ang tawag kapag nagsimula siya sa North Atlantic Ocean at saka sa Northeast Pacific. And cyclone, tinatawag naman siyang cyclone kapag nagsimula naman siya sa South Pacific at saka sa Indian Ocean. However, itong typhoon, so tinatawag naman siyang typhoon lalo na sa mga parte ng Northwest Pacific Ocean. What is typhoon? Okay, we have this term tropical cyclone, and a tropical cyclone is also known as typhoon or bagyo in our country. This is an intense circular storm that originates over warm tropical oceans, and this is characterized by low atmospheric pressure, high winds, and heavy rains. Okay, this figure is a super typhoon as seen from high above the earth. And at the center is the eye of the super typhoon. This picture shows how strong the typhoon is, and we can see the white clouds in a spiral motion and the wind spin that rotates in a counterclockwise direction. Okay, kung napapansin nyo kapag may binabalita na tungkol sa bagyo, kailan lang ba naglalabas ng public storm warning signal ang PEIS? Hindi ba kapag nakapasok na sa tinatawag nating PAR or the Philippine Area of Responsibility itong bagyo, this is the only time that PEIS will give the public storm warning signal. When PEIS monitors the tropical cyclones enter the PAR and it is constantly in motion, generally toward the Philippines, it is time to issue warning signals. The public storm warning signal number over threatened or affected locality may be sequentially upgraded or downgraded. Public storm warning signals are raised to warn the public of incoming weather disturbances. Once a storm signal is raised, conditions are not yet necessarily felt in the given area. An area's given signal number is based on the intensity, size of circulation, and the forecast direction, and the speed of the tropical storm or typhoon when the public storm warning signal is raised. Okay, let's talk about the public storm warning signal, its lead time, winds, and the impact of the wind. For public storm warning signal number 1, intermittent rains may be expected in at least 36 hours. And winds of 30 to 60 km per hour is expected. So for the impact of the wind, so this is no damage to very light damage. So sometimes twigs and branches of small trees may be broken, some banana plants may be tilted or uprooted, and some houses of very light materials may be partially unroofed. People are advised to listen to the latest severe weather bulletin issued by PAG-ASA every 6 hours. For public storm warning signal number 2, a tropical cyclone will affect an area. Winds of greater than 60 km per hour and km per hour may be expected in at least 24 hours. And the impact of the wind is light to moderate damage. Kapag signal number 2, maaari din na yung mga outdoor activities ng mga bata pinopostpone na, may mga classes na nasususpende na, and then secure properties before the signal is upgraded. Okay, the sea and coastal waters are dangerous to small sea crafts because in general, the winds may bring light to moderate damage to the exposed communities. For public storm warning signal number 3, a tropical cyclone will affect an area. Winds of greater than 121 to 170 km per hour may be expected in at least 18 hours. And the impact of the wind is moderate to heavy damage. This signal number 3 is wherein the weather condition is really dangerous to the communities affected, especially yung mga malalapit sa mga dagat at sa mga coastal waters. And of course, yung travel dito sobrang risky na, especially kapag via land or air or sea. Okay, people are advised to seek shelter in strong buildings, evacuate low-lying areas, at syempre, ina-advise sila na umalis na kung sila ay malapit sa mga dagat at malapit sa mga ilog. Okay, because in general, moderate to heavy damage may be experienced, particularly in agricultural and industrial sectors. For public storm warning signal number 4, a very intense typhoon will affect the area because a very strong winds of 171 to 220 km per hour may be expected in at least 12 hours. Okay, because damage to affected communities can very heavy. Coconut plantations may suffer extensive damage. Many large trees may be uprooted. Rice and corn plantation may suffer severe losses. Okay, at kapag ganito na talaga yung sitwasyon dahil signal number 4 na, okay, the situation is potentially very destructive to the community. Kaya lahat ng mga travel out and outdoor activities kinakancel na talaga. At naghahanda na ang government para sa mga evacuation center para doon dalhin ang mga kababayan natin na malalapit sa mga dagat, sa mga ilog, at dun sa mga area that are very likely to be hit directly by the eye of the typhoon. Okay. And the Disaster Coordinating Council concerned and the other disaster response organizations are now fully responding. And last, we have public storm warning signal number 5. So ito na yung tinatawag natin na super typhoon. Because a super typhoon will really affect the area. Very strong winds of more than 220 km per hour may be expected in at least 12 hours. And the impact of the wind, this is very heavy to widespread damage. Bakit? Ano ba yung mga nagiging impact of the winds? Almost total damage to structures of light materials, especially in highly exposed coastal areas. Okay, all signboards blown down, total damage of banana plantation, most tall trees are broken, uprooted, or defoliated. Coconut trees are stooped, broken, and uprooted, and few plants and trees survive. So, ano ba ang ginagawa nila dito? Syempre, canceled na lahat ng mga travels and outdoor activities. Inihahanda na ang mga evacuation center. The situation kasi is potentially extremely destructive or catastrophic to the community. And of course, the disaster coordinating councils concerned and other disaster response organizations are now fully responding to emergencies and in full readiness to immediately respond to possible calamity. Okay, let us talk about the tropical cyclone structure. So, itong bagyo, meron din niyang iba't ibang parts. So, ano ba ito? Okay, as you can see, the main parts of the tropical cyclones are the rain bands. We also have the eye and the eye wall. Air spirals in toward the center in a counterclockwise pattern in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere and out the top in the opposite direction. In the very center of the storm, air sinks, forming an eye that is mostly cloud-free. Okay, pag-usapan natin isa-isa itong mga parts ng tropical cyclone structure. So, yung eye, yung tinatawag nating mata ng bagyo, kung naririnig nyo to, ito yung parte ng bagyo na pinakatahimik at pinakakalmado. Okay, usually, itong mata ng bagyo, nade-develop lamang ito kapag yung maximum speed, sustained wind speeds, go above 119 km per hour. Okay, bakit ito yung pinakakalmadong parte ng bagyo? Tingnan nyo, kumuha kayo ng isang planggana, tapos lagyan nyo siya ng tubig, tapos ang gawin nyo, paikutin nyo ng paikutin siya. Okay, mabilis na ikot. Ang ingay naman. Okay, kapag pinaikot mo yan, mapapansin mo yung gitnang parte niyan, parang nawawalan na siya ng tubig, 'di ba? So, kaya kumbaga nawalan ng tubig yung parteng 'yon, yung sa kinompare lang natin siya sa tubig na may sa tubig sa planggana ha. So, pag inikot-ikot mo 'yon ng mabilis. So, bibilis siya tapos yung parteng 'yon medyo na siya, wala ng tubig yung gitna. So, parang 'yun yung naging mata ng bagyo natin na kung mapapansin mo yung gitnang 'yon, sobrang kalmado niya. Okay, may ibang tao, there are some people who are experiencing light wind and fair weather of an eye. So, iniisip nila na, ay, nakalampas na yung bagyo. Pero hindi ganon ang totoo. Actually, the storm is only halfway. The storm is only half over the dangerous part or the dangerous eye wall winds returning shortly. At sa pagkakataong ito naman, ito ay opposite na yung direction. Okay, where the strong winds gets close as it can, this is what we call the eye wall. Okay, nandito tayo sa pangalawang structure naman or pangalawang part ng typhoon. So, we have the eye wall. Ano ba yung meron sa eye wall? So, ito namang eye wall, it is consists of a ring of tall thunderstorms na maaring magdulot ng malalakas na ulan at malalakas na hangin. Okay, ano bang meron dito? So, kapag nagkaroon ng pagbabago doon sa structure ng eye and eye wall ng typhoon, ito yung magiging cause na magkaroon din ng pagbabago doon sa wind speed. At pag nagkaroon ng pagbabago dito sa wind speed, this is a great indicator of storm's intensity. Okay, let's talk about the third part of the typhoon, which is the rain bands. So, ano ba yung rain bands? Now, what is a rain band? Okay, rain band is another part of tropical cyclone structure. These are the curved bands of clouds and thunderstorms that trail away from the eye wall in a spiral fashion. Yung mga bands na to, ito yung maaari na mag-cause ng talagang sobrang lakas na ulan at sobrang lakas na hangin na pwede ring magdulot at mag-cause ng tornado. Kaya lang, may mga pagkakataon na there are gaps between these spiral bands na wala namang hangin at wala rin namang ulan. When a weather disturbance entered the PAR or the Philippine Area of Responsibility, the Weather Bureau begins to monitor it. So, paano ba natin malalaman na nakapasok na siya sa PAR or the Philippine Area of Responsibility at paano natin malalaman na ito yung area ng Philippines? Okay, may print ako dito na Philippine Typhoon Tracking Chart. So, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung mapa natin ng Pilipinas at makikita natin dito kung nasaan ba yung Philippine Area of Responsibility. Okay, sundan ninyo ako at let us plot kung nasaan ba dito yung PAR. Okay, so, ayan. Okay, by using this map, or the map of the Philippines and its vicinity, we're going to plot the given points on the map. So we're going to connect the plotted points, and then the region within is the Philippine Area of Responsibility, or PAR. So it is the job of the PAGASA to monitor all the tropical cyclones that enter this area. Okay, so given the points, we have point A, B, C, D, and F. Okay, and as you can see, meron tayong latitude and longitude. So, how are we going to identify where is the latitude and where is the longitude? Okay, kapag longitude, so itong mga vertical column. Okay? So, yan yung longitude natin. And then, yung latitude, ito namang part na horizontal. Okay? So, kung ano yung point na magtagpo yung latitude and then yung longitude, so yun yung ipo-point natin. So, sa point A, we have 5 degree north. So, yung latitude, nasan ba dito yung latitude natin? So, this is 4, 6, 8, 10. So, ang sabi ay, ang point A is 5. So, this is 4 degree north and this is 5 degree north. Okay, so ibig sabihin, nandito yung point na yon. And then, longitude naman, 115 degrees east. So, nasan dyan yung 115? So, kung makikita nyo dito sa taas, 114 and then 116. So, nasan ba yung point ng 115? So, ito, meaning to say, ano yung point na nagtagpo itong 115 and then itong 5? So, ibig sabihin na andito siya sa point na yon. So, meaning to say, this is point A. Okay? And then, let us proceed to point B. We have 15 degree north. Okay, 15 degree
north. Okay, and then we have 115. So, same pa rin. So, na ito. Okay, so this is point B. Okay, now, point C, 21 degree north. So, nasa yun, ito ay 18, 20. So, nasa pagitan, nandito. Okay, ay mali pala. So, 21 pala. So, this is 18, this is 20. So, meaning to say, nandito 22. So, nandito yung 21. And then, 120, this is 120. So, ano yung nagtagpo silang point? Okay, ito yung, okay. So, ito, and then yun. So, this is point C. Now, let us have point D, 25 degree north. Where is 25 degree north? This is 25 degree north, and we have 120. Okay, this is 120. So, dito siya nag-meet. So, this is point D. Okay, now, point E. We have 25 degree north. So, dito ulit, same lang. And then, we have 135. So, nasa ng 135? This is 134. 35. So, ito yon. So, this is point E. And we have the last point F. So, 5 degrees. So, balik tayo dito sa baba. So, ito yung 4. Ito yung 5. So, this is 5. So, ang ating namang longitude is 135, which is, nasan yung 130? This is 134. 135. Itong part na to. And this is 5. So, sabihin, saan sila nagtagpo dito sa point na to. So, this is our point F. And if we are going to connect the dots, so we're going to connect the plotted points. So, ibig sabihin, i-connect natin tong, okay, A to B, and then B to C, and then C to D, and then we have D to E. Okay, hindi pantay ang aking guhit. Okay, and then we have E to F, and then F to A. Okay. So, as you can see, nakulong na ang Pilipinas. Okay, so meaning to say, this region, so lahat ng nasa loob nitong points na plinat natin, so this region within is the Philippine Area of Responsibility. Meaning to say, kapag may pag may bagyo or tropical cyclones that enter this area, kahit nandito pa siya at malayo pa siya sa mismong land ng Philippines, basta may pumasok na dyan, it is considered as nasa area na siya ng Philippine Area of Responsibility. Kaya pwede nang magbigay ng public storm warning signal ang PAGASA. So kaya namomonitor nila kung kailan ba maglalandfall itong bagyo. Kasi dito sila tumitingin. So again, this region within is the Philippine Area of Responsibility. Okay, so for example, I ask you to plot these points. So saan nakalocate ang 20 degree north at saka 116 degree east? So 20 degree north, okay, so this is 20 degree north. Okay, kita nyo naman, this is north and this is east, yung mga nakalagay dyan. Ano, yung mga nakalatag dyan. So 20 degree north, so this is 18, 19, 20. So ito yung 20 degree north. And then 116 degree east, so hanapin mo dyan ang 116. So ito yung 116. So saan sila mag-meet? So 116 na nasan dyan yung 20 degree north. So ito. Okay, now, do you think this point is located within the PAR? Okay, ito po ba ay nasa loob ng Philippine Area of Responsibility? Very obvious na wala na siya sa region na ito. Okay, kasi itong region na to, yan yung Philippine Area of Responsibility. So kung nandito yan sa labas, ibig sabihin, wala. So it is not within the area of responsibility. Okay? Now, how about for example, we have 19 degree north and 117 degree east. Nasaan yung 19? Okay, yung 19 is na ito. And then we have 117, which is, nasaan ang 117? Makita. Okay, so again, 19, so ito yung 19, and then we have 117 east. So ito, yan. Okay, tama ba? 19 and then 117. Okay, siya po ba ay nasa area of responsibility? Yes or no? Okay, so wala po. It's outside the Philippine area of responsibility.
Okay, the question is, why do you think the Philippines can experience an average of 20 to 25 tropical cyclones in a year? Napakadami, di ba? Bakit nga ba? Okay, the main reason is that we are near the Pacific Ocean. Eh ano naman po kung malapit tayo sa Pacific Ocean? Okay, because this has something to do on how typhoons can be developed. Paano nga ba na-form ang bagyo? Paano at kailan ito nagsisimula? The Philippines is prone to tropical cyclones due to its geographical location, which generally produce heavy rains and flooding of large areas, and also strong winds which result in heavy casualties to human life and destructions to crops and properties. A tropical cyclone forms when winds blow into areas of the ocean where the water is warm, which is found near the equator. The better source of water vapor is in the ocean, but not all can provide vapor. And according to scientists, the temperature of ocean water must be 26.5 degrees Celsius or greater. These winds collect moisture and rise, while colder air moves in below. This creates pressure which causes the winds to move very quickly. In land masses, the typhoons weaken because it loses energy in cold, causing them to vanish if the land mass is large. Okay, so I'll be showing you the track of some cyclones in the past year. So we have Agaton in 2002. So we also have Harurot on 2003, and we also have Yoyong in 2004, and we have Waning in 2005. Now, the question is, where did the tropical cyclone form? Sa land ba or sa ocean? Okay, and paano nyo ma-describe itong track ng bagyo since 2002 hanggang 2005? In what direction did the tropical cyclone move? Okay, as you can see in this figure, yes, talaga namang ang bagyo ay nagsisimula palagi yan sa ocean. Typhoons move east to west across the country, heading north as they go. Storms most frequently make landfall on the islands of eastern Visayas, Bicol region, and northern Luzon, whereas the southern island and region of Mindanao is largely free of typhoons. And as you can see in this figure, this cyclones moves in northwest direction. Okay, like from the maps that I have shown you, as you can see, tropical cyclones generally move in the northwest direction. The reason is because there are large-scale winds that push the tropical cyclones in that direction. All four tropical cyclones struck the northern part of the Philippines. 3 of the tropical cyclones are weakened and die out near land. Agaton dissipated in Luzon, Yoyong in Taiwan, and Waning near mainland China. This means that when tropical cyclones reach land, they die out because they are cut off from the warm ocean waters that keep them going. And if I'm going to ask you which part of the Philippines was hit by these 4 tropical cyclones, okay, it's very obvious that they hit the northern part of the Philippines or the island of Luzon. Okay, why do you think storms have names? Bakit ba pinapangalanan itong mga bagyo na dumarating? Okay, so for the reason na para mas mabilis matandaan itong bagyo na dumadating, ang hirap naman na yung unang bagyo, yung ikalawang bagyo, ikatlong bagyo, di ba? So, yung mga weather scientists, they hold a meeting para pag-usapan kung ano yung mga bagyo na ipapangalan na nila. And usually, nag-start yan with letter A papuntang letter Z. Kung mapapansin nyo, may mga bagyo na nauulit ang pangalan. Pero may mga bagyo na hindi na nila ginagamit ulit yung pangalan na yun. Especially kapag yung bagyo na yun ay sobrang lakas. At saka nagdulot ng matinding damage talaga sa isang lugar. So, ang kanilang standard doon kapag yung bagyo ay umabot ng, nagkaroon siya ng 300 deaths o kaya naman ay nasa 1 billion worth of damage sa mga properties, infrastructure, agriculture. So, dinidisregard na nila yung pangalan na yun. Or, hindi na nila inuulit yung pangalan na yun. So, ano naman yung tinatawag nating state of emergency? So, malimit na naririnig natin tong state of emergency, lalo na kapag may mga ganitong calamity, yung mga bagyo, may malalakas na bagyo or whatever. So, in times of danger, perhaps following a natural disaster like cyclone, so the government is declaring a state of emergency. What does it mean? This only means that the government stops from day-to-day duty, but they are only focusing, or they focus on solving this situation. This is the end of our discussion about understanding typhoons. In our next lesson vlog, we're going to discuss about the things that you should do before, during, and after typhoons. So, stay tuned on this channel. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 8. So, again, see you on my next vlog. Pag-usapan naman natin kung ano mga dapat gawin kapag oras ng bagyo. Hanggang dito na lang. This is me again, your teacher. This is me, Teacher Tin May. See you on my next vlog. Bye! Subscribe ka muna!